Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here with you every single day of the year to take your questions out of the chat, be it political or what's going on in society, that kind of thing. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years and really allowed us to build a really good community here. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed or 1.5 speed, whatever works for you. So, all right, we'll jump into this. I did want to start out with one thing, though. I do want to start out with a moment of silence for because yesterday it turns out that the Tesla, while the early reports didn't talk about didn't say there were anyone was hurt. They were very much there was someone who lost their life. There are other people really injured. So a moment of silence for those poor people, and also in New Orleans. So we'll just take a moment here to pray for them and their families. Bless. Okay. I also wanted to mention that I had some comments yesterday that were not particularly positive about that there were people hurt, and that we were making jokes and things. Please understand that I even said before we talked about it that there are current. I remember I said something to the effect of there are no reports anybody was hurt, and as long as nobody was hurt, then you can say what you will. There were no. Sarah and I saw no reports before we came on, so I just want to throw that out there. And anyone who thinks that I would make fun, and when people are, I've been here every day for 5 years. There's one thing I learned of all the years of therapy I've had, all of the years and years and years. I will share this one. I will save you a ton of money. I will share this one pearl of wisdom. Trust is consistent behavior over time. And if you don't know me by now, to know that I do care very much. So, all right, I just want to let you know that. So moving on. Okay. I'm glad you like the overlay. And using the Aquarian Tarot today. I bought 2 decks. First, when I first bought tarot, I bought 2 decks. I bought the Halloween Tarot and I bought the Aquarian Tarot. This is not the original one I bought, but I still have the Halloween one. I still use it every October. It's very strange that it has survived 33 years. It's crazy. Anyway, all right. So we've gone from the serious to the really. Just wanted to, at 4:15, just want to mention Cruel King Abbott of Texas, Governor Abbott, Texas, sent his condolences for Jimmy Carter's passing to Rosalyn. What's wrong with this picture? Didn't pick up on that, huh? Didn't, yeah. Yeah, Darius Wilson says, oopsie. Rose Blue, I agree. Yeah. She's blessed. She's been gone for more than a year. So yeah. I haven't checked in on him in a while. Just going to pull 3 cards. Don't like him. The person I dislike more would be Paxton. And we got a question on him today, I think. Yeah, people are sincerely, they do feel, people are praying for Jimmy Carter, his family. Bless him. Yeah. Temperance. Yeah. Page of Swords. In swords are air signs, so this can be communication. Page of Swords would be not the most mature communication. And this last card just makes me think of that old saying about it is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and leave no doubt. Yeah, this isn't a huge thing, but it was just a okay. You have people, you know that? You have all kind of people working for you. Nobody? Okay. Anyway. All right. Yes, Allison. Wow. Tell us you're not in touch with the world without saying, I am out of touch with the world. Yes. All right. Now, speaking of New Orleans, which is just heartbreaking. Oh, also, there were some people not happy that we didn't yesterday. Thank you, Sarah, for coming on. That was so much fun. People saying that we didn't talk about the New Orleans thing. We don't cover all of the news, and I hate to say it, but there's these things are happening, and unless there's some indication there's more to it, there's not much to read on. It's just sad. Although I believe there was news just, oh, bless. I believe that Biden or somebody who somebody works for Biden has come out and said that they were afraid there was maybe some connection maybe between the Tesla thing in New Orleans, but there isn't. So there's that. All right. Anyway, hooray. So both MSNBC and Fox News are, strangely enough, fact-checking Dumpy. Fact-checking Trump's rants in the wake of the New Orleans disaster. Trump claims that the assailant was an immigrant. Thank you for playing. No. He was a U.S. citizen born in Texas who left the military with an honorable discharge. His name, but his name isn't John Smith. So, yeah, the racist in chief. Yeah. However, the damage has been done amongst MAGA who are refusing to listen. Is it going to get through to people? Is it going to get through to them that Donald J. for Genius Trump is a staggering, screaming, narcissistic racist? To the people who would care, of course, because there's some people who are like, yeah, he is, and I love it because I am. Ugh. Anyway, Six of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Temperance. For what it's worth, I am getting that as time is progressing, as new people are coming onto the planet, as we're getting turnover, as we're getting churn in our population. It sounds really cold, but that's but it's over time we're becoming, in the overall, in the big picture, we're actually becoming less racist. because there are more and more people in the world, and you can't be as isolated. You can't pretend that there aren't good people. You can't say, oh, everybody who has this or has this skin color or has this religion, they're all, but no. 8 billion people on the planet, it gets harder and harder to remain isolated. So at least that's getting better. But for Trump, he's just vile. Just vile. All right. All right. So at 11 minutes in, thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the community here. Thank you. In a series of posts on untruth, Dumpy once again toyed with the idea on Tuesday of not just implementing large-scale tariffs on foreign imports. Ready for this? Seriously, you ready for this stroke of genius? J for genius? Not just implementing large-scale tariffs on foreign imports, but using them to replace the income tax system outright. He believes that the U.S. was wealthier before taxes were implemented. But it is unclear what exactly Trump means that America was wealthier during this period. By virtually any measure, the U.S. in the 19th century was less productive, had poverty rates comparable to modern India. Anything to not pay taxes. Anything to not be a part of community, to be a part of the country. Roads, schmoes. Schools, bleh. If they can't afford private schools, expensive private schools, they don't deserve an education. Oh boy, so, yeah. Joyce says, yay, half my salary goes for taxes. Do I get to keep that money now? Yeah. Amy Albert says, yeah, but he only paid $750 in taxes. Was that too much? Yeah. M. Kelby says, we had no modern conveniences either. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, Carolyn, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That really helps. Thank you. All right. Maureen says, I'm sick and tired of the fool. Well, yeah. All right. Really? He thinks he's going to implement tariffs. He's going to get heavy-duty tariffs through Congress and then get rid of income taxes. Nobody likes income taxes. Nobody knows like, yay. But for those of you like me who have a small business, don't forget that quarterly taxes are due mid-January. So yeah, I was taking care of all that kind of. I was doing all my budgeting stuff yesterday, and yeah, estimated quarterly taxes, I pay them. So you just do it, because your taxes may go to some things you don't like, but on the whole, you know, I don't want an endangered species. I don't want an endangered species to disappear. I would like roads. I don't even drive. I don't even own a car. I don't leave my house generally, but I would like roads. I would like other people to have roads. I would like people to be educated. I would like clean water, you know, the luxurious stuff. Clean water, sewer pipes, you know, luxuries. Luxury. We lived in a box on the road. Sheer luxury. Tariffs. Well, one, thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you for the good you've done. Three of Wands. Again, this is wishful thinking. These idiots they're flapping their gums at this point. Yeah. Yeah, Patrick says, I hate taxes. I really hate giving welfare to billionaires, but I love having roads and schools. I love making sure people who need it have food to eat and medical care. Silly me. Yep, agreed. They're flapping their gums. I mean, what can they... all this talk about, we have a mandate, we have a plan. Good for you and your plan, but you'd have to get it through Congress. And yeah. There are Republicans who know a lot more about economics than Dumpy does. People in Congress, House, Senate, who know a lot more about economics than Dumpy does. And they'd be like, no, it doesn't work that way. Joyce is asking, what are they distracting us from with this idea? I don't know that they're distracting us. I mean, they come up with this dumb stuff all the time. If anything, they should come up with something to distract us from dumb ideas like this one. Tariffs, replacing. Ace of Cups, rise of democratic power. Yeah, nobody. Look, hard-earned money. Nobody is like, yay, let me pay more in taxes. But at the same time, King of Swords, Judgment, Five of Cups. They're trying to knock this stuff down, but you can't get there from here. They are going to be, okay, I've made this, I don't know how to make this clearer, which may be a failing on my part, but they are going to get some of their agenda through. Some. But they are, it's not going to be what they think it's going to be. No, not even close. If Phyllis is asking, aren't their salaries paid for by taxes? Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. All right. Cecilia had a question at 18 minutes in. What is the real reason Dumpy is so afraid of Putin? Blackmail, debts, threats. Is he actually afraid? And I think that's really what it comes down to. Is he really afraid? I think I'm going to start there. Is Trump actually afraid of Putin? Because generally Putin, I mean, he knows how to manipulate Trump. And if you remember, does anybody remember one of the first times, after all the talk about Russia, and Putin and all this kind of stuff, then when Trump was in office the first time and went to some kind of, it wasn't the G8 or the G, but I forget what it was, but there was some kind of international thing. And there was that thing where Putin was on one side and Trump was in the other chair. And they were there for like a photo op, and they're both sitting there, and it looked like the most uncomfortable middle school. Like you have a boy and a girl together, and it's junior high, and they're both sitting there just looking uncomfortable. Remember that? They're supposed to be best friends in the whole wide world, but they were both sitting there, and Putin just kind of looked bored, like, I don't want to be here, and Trump was sitting a little bit forward and looking over at Putin. A little. Do you remember that? G7? Thank you, Rose Blue. Maureen, thank you. Was it 7? Okay. Because I know they kicked Russia out at some point, and I thought that maybe that made it 8. It had been 8, but no, I think now it's 6. There's so much to keep straight. Anyway, so they just looked uncomfortable. And never forget Helsinki, when Trump came out and sided with Putin, telling him one thing over the entire U.S. intelligence apparatus. Yeah. Anyway, but is Trump actually afraid of Putin? Thank you, David says it went from 8 to 7. Thank you. Rose Blue was 8, now 7. Thank you. So, Dumpy, where are you? Are you actually afraid of Putin? A little. Just kind of felt a little twinge, but that's the other thing to keep in mind. Trump is a raging narcissist, but unlike Elon or Ivanka, deep down he knows he's not. He knows what he is. He deep down he knows what he is. Ivanka, no, she believes she's all that. Elon Musk believes he's all that. But because deep down Trump knows what a piece of work he is, he does feel fear more often than he lets on. But he thinks he can manipulate Putin. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. Oh yeah. Trump Tower Moscow. How's that Trump Tower Moscow thing working out for you? 10 of Cups. We're not convinced. Devil card right in the middle. That's Putin right there. He has the energy of a serial killer. And anybody who reads on him, tell me I'm wrong. Wheel of Fortune. Queen of Pentacles. Trump thinks he can manipulate Putin. But I'm not getting like super. I mean, he is scary, but Trump's also dealt with mobsters and other people who, back before decades before he had Secret Service protection. I mean, he got bodyguards for a reason. So, okay. Denise says you could lock Trump in a room with himself and he couldn't outsmart himself. Okay. All right. All right. All right. This is really 2330. Officials and experts are confused by something Trump is doing. Imagine that. Basically, there are marches scheduled for the day before the inauguration. Women's marches, there are other marches that they're scheduled. So now Dumpy has decided he's going to have I kid you not, victory rally the night before the inauguration. Why? Are there going to be giant eagles and red, white, and black American flags? Claude, I agree. We're just looking at Trump and we're confused. Yes. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. Visualize 70. Is he going to Nuremberg to do that? Why? A victory rally. You know, you're giving a speech at noon the next day. I mean, I won't be watching it live. It won't be on this channel. No way. But thank you, Ted. What? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. And do put questions in the chat before I come on. Sorry. All right. The world. It's the night before your inauguration. It's like, I mean, it's one thing if you want to have like a family get together the night before your wedding. I mean, that's one thing. People are in town. You want to hang out with them. But this is okay. Moon, Four of Pentacles, money. He's grifting. He wants to raise money. He always wants more money. Ace of Wands, right in the center. Hermit, King of Wands. That's Trump. It's interesting that he's got the Hermit here. What's that Hermit card? What is their Hermit card? Is he not going to be able to go? I just got the weirdest mental image. Knight of Cups, yes, because there are going to be rallies, but he's trying to assert his dominance, and he wants the ratings. He wants to make money from this, and this is the weirdest thing. Can you see this card? Can you see the look on his face? I just got the mental image of this guy is one of the guys at the like if you go to a concert and you want to buy a t-shirt at the merchandise booths out in the hallway. That's what I'm getting. So money. Betty Can't Trust Us. The Women's March is on January 18th. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Sharon Rice is asking about the yeah, we have a couple of questions about the speaker vote, which apparently is tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's tomorrow. 2840. Excuse me. In the past, all but Sharon Rice was asking about this. In the past, all but a couple of candidates previously endorsed by the dumpster it has been the kiss of death to get an endorsement from Trump. Yes. Does the endorsement of current Speaker Mikey by Dumpy and Elonia bode similarly? Here's the thing. I think we're coming at this question a little. I don't think we're taking the right tact at this question, because I think the issue is Johnson's going to have problems, but I think he's going to have problems later. I think for this, because this is a scheduled vote, nobody called, like it wasn't like for a vote of no confidence. Because this is a scheduled vote. I think the Republicans want to just keep the status quo, so it doesn't mess up Trump's triumphant whatever. Ace of Pentacles over the Tower. They don't want to mess this up. Republicans do not want to mess this up. King of Pentacles, King of Swords. King of Pentacles, there's your Republicans. King of Swords, that would be legislation. Wrong way, this way, that way. Legislation. I do have a death card in the middle. With the Two of Pentacles, shaky ground, Seven of Wands on the defensive. Let's face it, they're a bunch of jackals. And unless they are able to pull themselves together in, like, if Democrats had control of the White House and the Senate and the House, wouldn't it be lovely? Republicans would pull together to form a united front against it. But with the power they have, they're attacking each other. So it's fraught. But I don't know that Trump and Elon, I don't know that that's going to have a huge impact this time. But coming up, 3130. Will there be a Guinness record surpassing Kevin's number of speaker votes? I made a mug. Will you need to make yourself a bigger mug? Yeah, I made for those who are new, I made a mug for all the 14 times that they had votes for Speaker McCarthy. You know what? Hang on. Hold, please. I'm just going to grab it. I know exactly where it is. Yeah. Yep, it's right here. Yeah, so, yeah, all of the okay, so lost vote 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lost vote 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then became Speaker. Kevin McCarthy lost 14 repeated humiliating votes before becoming the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. He gave away considerable power to the far right in order to get the final votes and immediately became one of the weakest speakers in U.S. history. January, yeah, I didn't offer this for sale because the text isn't as clear as I want it to be. January 2023. The numbers don't look right. Anyway, but yeah, that's, so the question is, will I need to make a bigger mug for Mikey? I don't think so, but we'll have a look. Yeah, I should just take the text off of it and sell it as is. Because it's glorious. It's a lovely thing to remember. There's why somebody says, so Kev wasn't exactly popular then. 14 lots, and he just kept asking for more votes. Yes, I did, Allison. Thank you. All right. And of course, I'll have to use it tomorrow. I was planning on using it tomorrow. Ace of Pentacles, Republicans, Eight of Swords, Ten of Cups. Well, Democrats are going to vote for him. Queen of Swords, that's the group of them. That's everybody in the kind of Congress. But yeah, Queen of Pentacles, group of Republicans. Two of Pentacles, kind of shaky. But the margins are so small. But it might not go through right up front, but will you make a new cup? For tomorrow or for Johnson? I don't know if he's worth it. Would I redo that one to make it better? Probably. So Anyway. Ms. Gibson says he will be fine. Yes, unfortunately. In there. All right. Yeah, they just the fool and the moon. They just want to get Trump back in without a lot of chaos. And yeah. All right. At 35:45. I guess I'm supposed to be saying, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Please. Thank you. All right. Everyone is predicting Dumpy's demise. Really? But I mean, his health is not good. The energy is not good. But will anything stop JD Anson Pants from becoming president? All right. It was worth it just for that. I would have answered this question just for JD Anson Pants. That's glorious. Whew. Gene Kirk says, I heard Jeffries gets it. Yeah, it's right there. And I've been saying for a while, it almost feels like it eventually like Jeffries maybe gets it, but then maybe it even goes back to the Republican control. Like it maybe goes back and forth a couple of times. I don't know. But it's so close. But anyway, JD Anson Pants. Shady Anson Pants. There's no logical reason at this point why he wouldn't, unless Trump is perfectly fine for 4 years. There's no reason why Vance wouldn't become president. I mean, that's how things are set up. It would be bad. He is vile. He's what I get is Vance is even worse than you think he is. He's awful. But yeah, Knight of Wands, he's got crazy ideas, his views of the world. But I've got Temperance. I've got the Six of Cups. This old-fashioned magician, the Ace of Wands. Maybe. I mean, this is using all of your resources, and that could be the beginning of something. But this is Temperance, and this isn't Tower. I don't know. He feels a little bit like wallpaper. He doesn't want to be. It's not because of his own actions, but because he hasn't figured out how to schmooze with Trump. He's socially awkward. Imagine that. I know. It's hard to believe. The man can't order donuts. I'm vegan and I can order donuts. I've been vegan since I was 21 years. My veganism can drink alcohol. I don't, but my veganism could drink alcohol. And I know how to order donuts, Dunkin' Donuts or wherever. Okay. Page of Wands. He's just weak. Eight of Swords, hemmed in. Runs his mouth. And he's working to get his and Peter Thiel's heinous agendas going, but yeah. Tiger Sephorley says, you can be socially awkward without being a repulsive jerk. That's true. He doesn't know how. He's both. All right. Oh, he's so gross. Okay. Okie dokie. One of my least favorite people we look at politics. So I'm used to reading on people who I would not want to be in a room with. That's why I do the cute overlays, and we talk and we have each other and we go through the news together, because we're looking at politics, and there are a lot of good people too, but there are a lot of people who are just ew. Ugh. But there's one in particular who his kingdom is the bog of eternal stench, and that is Ken Paxton. I don't know why his energy is worse than so many of these other jerks, but wow. His energy, I would rather be in a room with Ted Cruz than Ken Paxton. That's got to tell you something. Anyway, so Texas AG Ken Paxton announced on New Year's Eve that he would embark on a statewide tour of districts where incumbent Republican state representatives are reportedly working with Democratic lawmakers to elect a speaker for the state who doesn't have Paxton's support. Quote, take this as a warning. If you're making deals with Democrats to block a Republican majority elected speaker, expect a primary challenge, unquote. With strong-arm tactics such as these, how long will the state GOP work with him? Or does he get his wish? And oh, boy. Oh, Ken Paxton shows up and the devil is like, oh, I don't know. I should go get a coffee. Yeah, King of Cups. How dare you talk to Ms. Gibson? Ken Paxton is the AG, the Attorney General of Texas. And vile. Anyway, how dare you talk to Democrats? You will be judged. 5 of Wands, he's trying to stir things up, uses resources, corral all the Republicans, absolute lying, and he has power, and everybody knows he's ruthless. But oh, that's a hard question. Chris Gould, who's better, Paxton or Stephen Miller? Oh, Nazi Ferratu. Paxton has more power as a person. Nazi Ferratu's worse. Miller. People know he has power, but he's Paxton making a fool of himself. Miss Gibson says, I love those cards because I can see them. Oh, good. Hello, cat mom. Oh, my mom gave me this mug. So, a cat mom. Cheers. Fool, 10 of Swords. Paxton's vile. And yeah, he's there. He's doing his thing. He's trying to make everybody else weak and out in the cold, stress everybody out, adding insult to injury, and just throwing his power around. World devil. He's just gonna Paxton, like at the verb. Paxton's gonna Paxton. Texas, why do you keep voting for these people? I know not all Texans do. I know that. We have good Texans here. Texas, Teggis, Texas. I can say that because I have lived there. But, okay. So at 45 minutes in, let's just not. Okay, let's just ick. I don't want to read on him anymore. All right. Okay, so 45 minutes in, the proposed rule changes for the House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. The proposed rule changes for the House for the next 2 years that were released by the House GOP would, ready for this one, completely change the role of Speaker, according to Jim McGovern, a Democrat from Massachusetts. The House Rules Committee ranking member, quote, their proposed changes would, for the first time in history, shield the Speaker from accountability to the entire chamber by making it so that only Republicans can move to vacate the chair. This makes it clear that they have no intention of working together to find common ground. Instead of electing a Speaker of the House, they decided to elect a Speaker of the Republican Conference, held hostage by their most extreme members, unquote. Will this move forward? Probably. I'm not surprised. In fact, I was like, oh, okay. I thought people in the other party could I thought that people in the other party could move to vacate the chair, but I was like, if they don't or they can't, I wouldn't be surprised. And because you have to have, you would then have to go for a vote. What's the point? Now, if they're making it official, it's wrong, but I'm not surprised. Oh, look, it's a devil card. Really? Now you bring out the now it's all major arcana. On this, I've got all major arcana. Card for the reading and everything across. Over the rules change in the... Okay, they're awful. We know that. This is weird. Why have I got all these cards? Why, major arcana? Really? World? Tower? Sun, strength, Fool. So perhaps the speakership is going to be more important than we think it will be, because holy cow. But okay, I need some clarification because what? More major arcana. Six of wands. Okay, so that's a far right victory. Beneath that is the lovers. So only the faithful. Oh, this is going to come back and bite them. That's what's this. Here's the moon. Their far right communication to do this. Boom. Rise of democratic power. Once they do this, if they can get this passed, what happens when Democrats are in? Somehow this is going to come back and bite them. But I don't know. That's true. It is third to the presidency, Sweet Melly, but it just seems odd to get all of that major arcana. What did the first set say? That this, it just, the, what I was just getting was just a huge amount of energy. It wasn't, so it was almost to the point of like huge energy coming through over that question. And I was like, wait a second, where's that coming from? Because that's overshadowing this. It's just a rule change. What? Okay. Strength. Okay. More. Okay. Strength. 3 cards. That's a card for the reading. Strength. Star. Hanged Man. Empress. I'm guessing. Chris Cole says, I don't think a rule like that is constitutional. Well, holy cow, this is just major arcana palooza. Someone's important there, but in order to suspend them, you have to get the majority anyway, but there's strength here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Gibson says, I don't understand the question. Well, apparently it's the House GOP has proposed a rule change that for the next 2 years, only Republicans could move to vacate the chair, to get rid of the speaker. So then it goes up for a vote. I wouldn't think this would be that big of a deal, but it's major arcana palooza here, and it's like, really? And the only hint I'm getting is this: if they pass this, it would come back to bite them. But there's something important about the speakership itself. Unusually important. That's weird. Weird. Thank you. Monkey's Llama. I love that name. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I wonder what that's about. I guess we'll find out. All right. Okay. So it's 1 o'clock, and I got through all the questions today. So thank you. Today we did the Stay Calm. That was quite good. These are YouTube channels. These are my YouTube channels. Stay Calm, 11:30. Links to all of these are in the description box. But we calmed our nerves. Now we've gone over the political news from 3 to 6. You're always welcome to join, to just work on your own projects, do whatever it is you want to do. We just work 25-minute blocks, 5 minutes between. And then this afternoon, I am doing some recordings for the Color Organization channel for organizing personal and small business stuff. So, especially budgeting and whatnot. Okay. So that is going to do it for today. But thank you. All right. Please remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. They're out there, they're coming. I know sometimes it feels like there's never going to be another good day, but there are. All right, so hang in there. Thank you for being here. Be well, and I will see you later. You're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. I'm saying it again. Saying it again. Please don't forget. All right. See you later. Bye.